Hi, everybody. Old Dynamite here, the maniacal maestro of the microphone and the voice of AKA. And I'm standing next to one man who can rival Dynamite himself in charisma and good looks. That's my good friend, the Candy Man, Coby Bradford. Coby is set to step inside the AKA cage one more time tonight. You've got a tough opponent. You're taking on Zumarr Archer coming in, and hey, he's got Uriah Hall coaching him right there in the corner. How you feeling about tonight's fight?
He comes from a hell of a gym, but I'm just looking to add that to my legacy.
And, hey, you're making great strides here in the professional ranks. Had a little bit of a hiccup, got caught slipping in one fight a few fights back, but you had a big win over Nicholas Gay, and that was a tough battle for you. So great to see you get back. We'd love to see you get back in the win column again here tonight. So what is something you've done to prepare yourself for this fight as opposed to some of the others?
Man, I don't want to give away too much of my strategy. Just know that I'm prepared for a war, and I'm not leaving this cage unless my hand is raised.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your eyes on the cage. You might see that patented Candyman backflip here tonight. The celebration victory could go down, but he's got his hands full with his opponent, Mr. Zumarr Archer, here at AKA 45. And standing next to me is the other half of one of our big featured professional middleweight bouts, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Zumarr Archer, representing Fortis MMA, coming all the way from Texas here to Louisiana. He's going to step inside the cage later on tonight here at the all-new Live Casino Hotel Louisiana in Bossier City as he takes on the Candyman, Coby Bradford. So, Zumarr, how was your cut? How was the camp? How are you feeling physically?
I feel great. Camp was strong. I'm ready to go. I'm excited about this one. I'm really excited about it. I see what Coby can do, and I'm looking forward to putting the show for the fans, so I'm ready for it.
And you've got some pretty good corner people here working with you this weekend as well, so that'll give you a boost. But how does it feel when you have to come into somebody else's backyard fight, knowing that crowd's going to be, a little against you? Do you just block that out as a fighter, white noise? How do you handle that?
Yeah, it's a great question. I pretty much block it out, And when I get in there, that's my cage, so the outside noise really doesn't matter. I'm ready to put on a show for the fans and go in there and dominate. And if it's his hometown, it's his backyard, but at the same time, it's my cage and it's my fight, so I'm excited about it.
Lacking in confidence, he is not. Lacking in preparation, he is not. Zumarr Archer is locked, cocked, and ready to rock for action tonight at AKA 45.
Final assignment of the night for Bam Bam.
You've already received your instructions. Obey my commands at all times and protect yourself at all times. Touch him up. Let's go to work.
Coby Bradford and Zumarr Archer ready to put a cap on AKA 45.
Nice jab from Zumarr to open it up.
Yeah, nice way to start the fight for Archer. Right hand right up the middle.
Sweeping overhand right from Zumarr. It's one of his better weapons. Difficult punch to see. It just ranged from the top. Good double leg. Straight into the guard of Coby Bradford. Coby's got to have some urgency here. Zumarr has no problem camping out and beating you up from guard.
Well, he's got 4+ minutes to work here. The early takedown in round number 1, and that was just great timing, Matt.
Absolutely great timing, good level change, put it behind some punches as Coby Bradford was trying to counter, gets to the hips, scores. Beautiful stuff from Zumarr Archer. Now Coby's guard is completely wide open too. It's never closed, and there it is. Just, step over into half guard. There's no reason not to continue to keep that pressure on the face of Coby Bradford. Coby needs an underhook here. He needs to start building up, get back to his feet.
Archer with some good control here in the early stages of round number 1. Was Bradford trying to build back up?
There's the underhook from Coby. This is better. Gets his guard back at least. But again, guard's wide open. All Zumarr has to do is step over into half guard and he's good. Your guard being open is not an issue if you're active with your guard, right? And I mean, it does make it more likely for your guard to be passed. But if you just close it up, there's nothing that you can do.
You're holding yourself down, essentially.
You're literally holding yourself down underneath a guy that's big and powerful and dropping punches on your forehead.
Bradford trying to slip that leg through, get into, what do you call that, the butterfly guard when you get those in there, trying to kick them off. Yeah,
my dog, yeah, a little butterfly hook there. Able to create some space and get right back to the gaping open guard.
Zumarr Archer just laying on Bradford, controlling the fight, landing a few shots here and there.
No problem.
Bit of damage.
Body head. Again, Zumarr, needs to step up, get past this guard.
Got that right hand free, and he drops it on Bradford.
And in order to pass this guard, all he must do is just attempt to. Coby does have a strange hook. Now he's sitting up for a Kimura. At least a little offense here from Coby Bradford. He's got his hands together. You know he's a strong guy. Zumarr.
Wow. Getting stronger by the second. Kimura attempt. It's deep.
Zumarr doing a good job of curling it under. Let's see if he can hold out here and just be flexible. Gets it back to his chest, swims it in. Good defense from Zumarr Archer.
That was dangerous for a minute.
A dramatic moment from Mr. Coby Bradford. Now he's attempting a triangle. This is better. If you're going to have an open guard, at least be taking it somewhere, attempting some submissions. Now he's...
Well, you show Archer the threat. You show the judges something as well, rather than just being there, having him lay in your guard the entire round. 1 minute left to go in this opening round. Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. But you're right. If you're Archer, you just got to go ahead and pass here, and it just doesn't seem to be happening. Coby trying to build back up.
Not a bad attempt here. Scoots his back to the fence. Needs to windshield wiper his legs underneath him and start to build onto that cage.
Well, you said it whenever Archer took him down. This is where he's comfortable. This is what he wants the fight to be. He wants to control it on the ground, dictate things, and that's exactly what he's done. Outside of the Kimura attempt from Bradford, Coby really hasn't offered up much.
And I wish he would, and vice versa for Zumarr. It's like, my dog, this guard is wide open. We got to get past this thing, get into a position where we can start to really do some damage. Though, obviously we win that round. We take it nice and easy, but let's get somewhere. Let's cause some harm.
Well, I think there's no question about who won that first round. Zumarr Archer with the takedown, rode it out. Obviously, there was a submission attempt from Coby, but it was about 4 minutes of control time for Zumarr Archer.
There's that double leg.
Takedown,
Just times it perfectly as Coby Bradford's coming in to probably punch or get something going, changes levels, gets the penetration, scores the takedown.
You can see the corner there, the compound deep in the ear of Coby Bradford, giving him some real instructions. They weren't very happy with that first round. We'll see if that lights a fire under Coby Bradford, or if Zumarr Archer can come up with another takedown here early on in round 2.
Good punches here. Good offense here. Zumarr keeping his head a little low.
He's stung, but he's firing back.
Big hook. Rings up Coby Bradford, but Coby changes levels. Tight waist from Zumarr, and Coby Bradford comes out and scores a takedown of his own.
What an opening sequence.
That's the type of urgency you like to see from a man who knows he lost the first round.
100%, no doubt. He came back out. Obviously the corner lit a fire under his ass. came out there, landed a couple big shots. I think he had him stunned for a moment, to be honest with you.
Hit him with a good shot.
Yep.
Zumar whizzing down here, face flat in the mat. Good stuff from Zumar. Gets the high hip position, wins the scramble, and if we spend the next 4 minutes here, that great beginning sequence is all for naught. We need that urgency now.
No doubt about it. It's starting to look like a possible replication of round number 1. We'll see if Bradford can change some things up here.
I'm about to stand up and start screaming at Zumar to pass the guard. I'm frustrated over here. This is outrageous. Big elbow from Zumar. More of that. There we go.
Yep, trying at least.
Just a little step over there. One more time. Maybe push at the knee. Coby's got to grab an underhook. He's got a butterfly hook on that left side. If he had an underhook on the opposite side, he could use the counter pressure to build a little bit, create a structure, start finding himself back to his feet.
Another minute of control time for Zumarr Archer. Just missed with a big bomb.
And Coby trying to capitalize and take the back here. Zumar doing a good job kind of cracking down on that leg. Squares up, keeps the top position. It's not a bad attempt though. We just need a little more activity from Coby Bradford. He's doing enough to keep the fight competitive, for which I am grateful.
No doubt about it. But it's been Archer kind of imposing his will from the top. I'd like to see, at the very least, Archer posture up one time and drop a couple bombs here. He tried and missed a moment ago. Tried to step over. Bradford defends.
Extends the butterfly hook, creates a little space, but Zumar
into half guard now.
Falls right into half guard. Good shoulder pressure here from Zumar.
And he's got that right leg wrapped up now. There's the elbows.
Nice chipping elbow straight from just pushing on his face. I love that. I think it's such an optimal little maneuver. Plant your hand on his face and slide it into an elbow. Step over.
90 seconds left here in round 2.
Atlanta. Oh my gosh. One more time. And Coby just, you know, I think he has a decent guard. He's flashed up some attempts that looked at least threatening, but just missing some of the fundamental details. Like you gotta, I mean, if your guard's gonna be open, your feet are in the hips, your legs are coming up on the back, your knees are trying to poke through their arm. You're trying to make something happen, and there's just not much of that going on. I'm not mad at it.
Basil Majub says, stand back up. Final 45 seconds on the feet, possibly. Bradford had some success here to start the round. Archer throwing a big right hand of his own. There's Coby answering back. And now it's Bradford searching for a possible takedown.
Zumar doing a good job there, stuffing the head and just stifling the takedown a little bit. Coby trying to muscle it in, but unable to on that attempt. Let's see if he can rally one more decent takedown attempt. That would be big for him, but Zumar tight waist, hips down, beautiful stuff. Not a good way to end that round.
Oh. And some elbows for good measure at the end of round number 2 from Zumarr Archer. Bradford did have some moments in there when they were on the feet, but I mean 3+ minutes of control time once again.
It looks like that elbow connected. Zumar wearing a nice mouse on his face with a little cut for his troubles. But yeah, had his moments there, huh?
Yeah, it was only on the feet though. Once they were on the ground, it was all Zumar. I mean, he just dictated the fight when they were on the ground. I'd say 3+ minutes of control time, and we've got somebody cage side who's wilding out a little bit. Hadn't really seen that before. There was nothing illegal that happened there at the end of that round. The bell had not sounded. Those elbows were legal.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not quite sure what
the kerfuffle is about.
Either way, we move forward to the third round here. One that you would expect Archer to be ahead 2-0 as we move into this third round. But Archer has to be careful when they're on the feet because Coby's definitely got some bombs.
Archer kind of looking at the ground sometimes, inviting in those looping uppercuts and overhands. Nice kick to the body, right hand to follow for Coby Bradford.
Coby's eyes just shut, Matt. He's not even looking.
Good cross hook lands there for Coby Bradford. Looping right hand scores for Zumar. Inside low kick. Maybe partially checked, big right hand.
I don't know that he can see very well right now, man. He didn't see that one coming, and that right hand connected. Oh, there's the left.
That's what Zumar needs to get back to. He's got a really stiff jab, and with that eye-closed right hand, again for Zumar Archer, a lot of power on it. I think if Zumar could just put a couple of together here rather than one at a time, beautiful level change right into butterfly guard. Zumar a little quicker to the pass this time around, though not fully passed yet.
Well, every round at about the 4-minute mark, Zumar Archer has ended up on top of Coby Bradford.
Says, yeah, about enough of this. How about we wrestle?
Well, the fans were getting their money's worth for a moment. They were getting excited, but back to the ground once again with 3.5 to go, right where Zumar Archer wants this fight. Bradford looking for that Kimura once again. Gonna have a tough time getting that though.
Well, not to beat a dead horse or anything. Zumar obviously an excellent competitor. It's just we need to pass and get to a more advantageous position so that we can accumulate a little more damage. This is better being in half guard here. But now let's get back to posting our hands on his face and ripping those elbows. Scored a beautiful elbow, goes for it. Coby trying to peek out the back door there. Zumar wise to it.
Final 2.5 minutes of the final fight of the night here at AKA 45. Bradford offering up some elbows from his back. He's got to figure something out here at the end, or Archer's just going to walk away with this one. Once again attacking that Kimura. Fans trying to urge it on. 2 minutes left. Archer just so strong, holding down Bradford here, and he's just, what he's got, 9-10 minutes of control time now.
Easily.
Yeah, I mean he's had at least 7 plus, now another 3 here.
By Coby just needs.
Bradford clearly can't see out of that right eye, but he's got to find something here in the final minute and 20 seconds.
Zumar is just in such a much better spot. It's hard for, even though Coby's kind of got his feet underneath him, he can't just squat through Zumar right there, pressed up against the fence.
And that's one thing we've seen with Coby in the past. His athleticism and his strength has gotten him out of some of these positions. Archer is equally as strong, though.
Just like we said at the beginning, built like a fire hydrant. This is exactly the type of thing he wants to do. He wants to grind through these spots, float from position to position.
Now he's got the back of Bradford.
Lots of hip pressure, not making it easy. Coby wants to stand up, but he's got to squat a Zumar sized, and he's not in the shape of a bar. It's a little more difficult. Now he's isolating that one arm. Got 28 seconds here. Now he gets back to his feet. This is at least something. Loses the position.
Kind of a last-second Hail Mary. He thought maybe he could grab onto that Kimura one more time.
Certainly keeps it interested, you know, keeps the crowd invested. That's there's something to be said for that.
This fight is going to come to an end the way that it's been the majority of it. Zumar Archer on top of Coby Bradford, and Archer more than likely takes care of business here and picks up another victory. And you got to wonder now about Coby's right eye. I mean, it's been shut the entire time. Those big elbows at the end of round 2 from Archer.
I think one of those got him good.
Yeah, got him good.
Certainly swole him up.
And there was some moments in that third round where Archer was starting to tee off for a moment. Then he elected to go for the takedown and did what he did best the entire fight, control the fight. So we'll wait and see who Dynamite will see raise their hand in just a moment. Will it be Coby Bradford or the more likely Zumar Archer? Again, your knockout of the night belongs to Zach Golden
after 3 rounds
and Austin
of
Bowman Nicholas.
fantastic mixed martial arts section, we are going to the judges' scorecard. Ladies and gentlemen, all 3 judges have seen and scored this bout the same way. Therefore, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, fighting in the blue corner, Zumar Archer.
So there you have it. Zumar Archer finishes off the night
DJ,
for us.
pull that down, please. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the entire staff here at Live Casino Hotel Louisiana and AKA, my name is Dynamite, saying thank you all so much for coming out. God bless you and good night.
What's up, AKA fight fans? It's your boy Drew, and I am back for our last and final time of the night with our main event winner, Mr. Zumar Archer. Congratulations, brother, on an awesome victory. Walk us through the fight a little bit, and at any point, did you feel the momentum kind of shifting into your favor at all?
You know, being here in Coby's backyard, there were times where you see or hear the crowd getting excited on some of the submission attempts, but I was able to shut it down, stay calm, stay relaxed, and was able to get the win. You know, he was coming hot a few times, got throwing some pretty good heat, but I was able to evade it, and like I said, kind of go back to my bases in my wrestling and find good positions on top. Landed a couple of good elbows, just maintain that top position. I know sometimes it's not the most important or most exciting for the fans, but I try my best to stay active, find some shots, and get the win.
Hey, man, when those fists are flying like that and you go to rolling, man, you take what you can get, right? Yeah. So what does this put your record at now?
This will put me at 3-1. 3-1. So I had about a 1.5 year layoff, which is another reason why this was an important win for me to kind of get me back rolling. I have my most recent daughter. She's 3 months old, so that's been exciting. Yeah, this was an opportunity for me to get a win and kind of get the ball rolling again. My last fight was my first loss, so I went through those obstacles mentally, was able to come here and get the win. So this definitely means a lot to me. So
now you're back in the win column. You're back from the layoff. What's next for you?
I'd like a relatively quick turnaround. You know, this fight, I think I was able to show a lot of my wrestling, but I have been working my hands too. I feel confident in my hands and my abilities to throw my jab, my right hand, and get some finishes from the stand-up. So looking for another opportunity here within the next 2-3 months. I'll stay ready. I'll get back to Fortis, and we'll keep rolling and keep training. I think for the most part, as of right now, I feel great. I don't think any damage really. So I'll be ready to go.
And now I saw a familiar face in your corner, a couple familiar faces. He hadn't taught you that pretty kick from Tough yet, has he?
Not yet, not yet. I'm still learning from Uriah, and we got my coach Zach, my jiu-jitsu coach, one of my main training partners, David Hansen, who's been with me from the start, and then again, of course, Uriah, who I've been training for the last probably 5 years with him, learning his approach to the game, fending off his stand-up. So I felt confident coming in. I was ready, not only him, but all my guys back at Fortis, Alonzo. We've got Ryan, like I said, Hansen, who's always giving me work. We've got a lot of good guys over there, a lot of strong talent. So I'm just proud to be part of the team. My coach, Safe, the general, who's always putting pressure to make sure that we stay sharp, find out where those negative points are in our game, and then make sure we accelerate. So I'm excited. I'm glad to get the win.
Yeah, man. Hey, well, it worked tonight. Yeah. And with guys like that in your corner, you can't help but get better each and every day.
That's right.
So now, one thing that we always like to do, and actually before I jump into that, this is your first time fighting for AKA, right?
It is, yes, sir.
How was the experience coming in and fighting here in Shreveport and at AKA?
It's been amazing. I would say grade A for sure. Not being familiar with the promotion, I didn't know exactly what to expect. I know I'd always see online the good quality promotion from a video standpoint, the excitement of the fights. But of course, until you're in it, you don't really know. But from start to finish, it's been a seamless process. Everybody's been super nice, been straightforward, been an incredible organization. So I'm excited. I look forward to fighting here again. And you guys put on an incredible show. So thank you for having me.
Man, well, hey, look, you keep coming here and doing that. You are more than welcome to come here anytime. So now, one thing that we always like to do before we wrap these things up is we like to give you guys an opportunity to thank those that help you get to fight night. Because, while you may be in there one-on-one, obviously it does take a team to get to that point. So we always like to make sure to give you guys the opportunity to shout those out. Go ahead, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, my team, my whole team at Fortis, like I said, my coach, Safe. I would try to say every team member, but there's so many that allowed me to get to this point and succeed. So thank you all. Of course, those that came with me, Zach, Uriah, and David Hansen. Thank you guys for being in my corner. Of course, I got to thank my wife. She's been pretty much the one that supported me through this whole camp, making sure that my meals are right. We've, like I said, got a newborn, so she's been taking the majority of that load. So my family, of course. Yeah. It's like you said, it's a team that gets you to this point. So I'm just the piece that goes in there, but it took a team to get here. So I'm thankful, I'm grateful, and of course, thank the Lord, thank you God for allowing me to come out. Not only myself but my opponent, allow us to be still healthy and be able to walk another day. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and you had to slip wifey in there because with newborn baby and a hangry fighter in the same household, she had her hands full.
Got to.
But guys, that's it for us here at AKA 45 with our last and final winner of the evening, Mr. Zumar Archer. Brother, congratulations, and we can't wait to see more out of you.